Hello Hoopers, and welcome to another Transition Tuesday. This one's all about escalators, and I am using a 31 OD Poly Pro. Alright, starting with this escalator break with your left hand. So from this bottom position of the escalator, notice how my feet are crossed. I'm going to throw the hoop to my left side. I will then grab it with my left hand, palm facing up, to break the hoop. So again, throwing it to my left side and then grabbing it with my left hand. The hoop will then be resting across my left forearm. I will be showing you some transitions you can use with this move. So grabbing it, you can pull it back on to pass it to your right hand. So again, grabbing it with your left hand to scoop the hoop back on to pass it to your right hand. You can scoop the hoop out to go into any off-body move. So breaking it with the left one, I'm scooping the hoop out in front to do a little half smear on my back behind me to go into any off-body moves. You can break it and go into a no-handed smear. So breaking it again with my left hand to push it into getting into that no-handed smear position. You can break it and bring it down to go back into an escalator. So I'm breaking the hoop, throwing it into that right hip crease to begin that downward escalator, stepping out with my right foot. Alright, starting from that bottom position again, doing an escalator duck out. So starting with the hoop on my right side, throwing it to my left side again. As I duck out of the hoop, catching it with my left hand, my grip will be on the inside of the hoop and my palm will be facing up behind me as I pass it to my right arm. So again, ducking out to clear the hoop. As I grab it with my left hand, grip on the inside, the hoop will completely go to my left side as I bring it behind me to pass it. Alright, calling this one the escalator switch bump. So starting again at that downward position on my right side, throwing the hoop to my left side, I am going to turn slightly. As the hoop goes up, it will catch in my neck on my right side and my arm on my left side. With that left arm, I'm going to guide the hoop by pushing it to go down into that escalator on my left side. So again, catching it on that neck on my right and gently nudging it with my left arm to guide the hoop back down. So again, notice here how it gets into that neck, and then I'm pushing with my left arm to continue to guide the hoop back down. This is the escalator smear scoop. So starting with the hoop on my left side, I'm going to push it to my right. As I do, my left hand will never leave the hoop as I smear it across the front of my body with my palm facing me. So again, throwing the hoop to my right side, my left hand will never leave the hoop as I catch it on my right hip, smearing it, completely taking the hoop off to smear it across the front of my body to bring the hoop back on. From this, you can go into a no-handed smear. So after I do the trick, I'm going to be placing the hoop onto that left shoulder to get into that no-handed smear position. You can also just pass it to your right hand after bringing it back on to transition into some off-body moves. The downward escalator inside grip pickup. So starting with the hoop, in my right hand, I will be doing an arm wrap escalator. As the hoop goes down, I will be catching it with my left hand on an inside grip. Stepping out with my left foot, I'm going to bring the hoop over and catch it with my legs to throw it into a wedgie to throw the hoop back up into my right hand. So again, going down into that arm escalator position, catching it with my left hand. Notice how my grip is not fully gripped on the hoop as I throw it over me to go into that wedgie pickup. So again, starting with that arm wrap, as the hoop hits my left arm, that will be my cue to follow it and grip it with my left hand on the inside to throw it over to go into that wedgie. Calling this one the right hand reversal. So from a reverse escalator on my left side with my hoop in my right hand, as the hoop goes down to my left side, I'm going to reverse the direction with my right hand, pushing the hoop back the way it came. So as the hoop travels down, I will be catching it with my right hand, but immediately throwing it into my right hip to reverse the direction of the hoop. So again, reverse escalator down, grabbing with my right hand to immediately push into my right hip to reverse the direction. This is a reverse escalator with a 360 turn. So with the hoop in my right hand, doing a reverse escalator on my left side. As the hoop guides down, I will start to turn towards my left, catching the hoop with my left hand to pass it to my right hand behind me. I will continue to turn to my left side as I bring the hoop up with my right hand. As I turn and grip with my left hand first, my grip will be on the outside of the hoop. As I switch it to my right hand, grip on the outside of the hoop as well. Here is a front arm wrap half escalator. To do the front arm wrap, I will swing the hoop out in front first. As it swings behind me to wrap in front of my armpit, I will grab it with my left hand with my palm facing my right side to do that half escalator. Again, swinging the hoop out in front first, we want to make sure that right arm is really straight up high. And then whenever you grab the hoop, you are grabbing with your left hand across body with your palm facing your right side. Your grip will then be on the inside of the hoop. As another transition using that half escalator catch. So again, swinging the hoop out in front, grabbing it with our left hand, we're going to pull the hoop down and going to pass it to our right hand and pulling the hoop up. So again, we are swinging the hoop into that front arm wrap, grabbing with our left hand. As we guide the hoop down, our grip will be on the outside to pass it to our right hand, grip on the outside to pull the hoop up. So again, notice here how my grip is on the outside with my left hand, grip on the outside right hand, and I keep my left arm behind me to get out of the way. A front arm wrap downward escalator. So same thing, we're doing it, swinging it out in front. Hoop will hit our armpit on our right side first. As it does, it will hit our left arm. We are going to nudge the hoop back with our left arm as we guide the hoop down, stepping out with our right foot. So again, making sure our right arm is nice and straight for that arm wrap. And again, once it gets to our left arm, we are going to nudge it back to continue that downward escalator motion. So nudging it back and stepping out with our right foot as it comes down. I hope you all learned some new ways to transition with some escalators, and happy hooping.